Hi Virgo, welcome to your love reading for June 2019. This is Elizabeth from channelguidance.com. I've already shuffled the decks and we are doing one additional spread for this month. We're going to do a reading with these two decks the way you always do, the X spread, but we're also going to do a spread for those of you who are completely single and you just want to know if you're going to be meeting anybody new in the month of June. So let's go ahead and begin. Let's get these out of the way and we will start with that first deck and get 9 cards for you. This is a love reading for the sign of Virgo for June 2019. The first card that you have, Virgo, is the Five of Swords. Love reading for the sign of Virgo for June. Interesting. You have the Page of Wands, but it's in reverse. Love reading for the sign of Virgo for June. The Chariot. Love reading for the sign of Virgo for June. The Four of Swords. Love reading for the sign of Virgo for June. Two of Swords. Love reading for the sign of Virgo for June. The Nine of Pentacles. Love reading for the sign of Virgo for June. Interesting. You have the Two of Cups in reverse. Love reading for the sign of Virgo for June. The Four of Wands. Love reading for the sign of Virgo for June. The Seven of Swords. What's the most important thing that Virgo needs to hear about their love life for June 2019? The message that you have, Virgo, is the Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups, it can represent somebody moving on. Perhaps somebody has left you behind. Perhaps someone ended a relationship. This is the goodbye card. Somebody choosing to walk away to find happiness. But it can even represent the need to leave behind old issues, old emotional baggage. You need to leave that in the past so that you can move on. We'll come back to this card to see how it ties in with the rest of the reading. Let's go ahead and begin. If you would like to get a private reading with me, just go to my website, channelguidance.com. I'll put a link down below and also a link to my Facebook. And you should be watching this on YouTube channel, Channel Guidance Tarot. Okay, so let's see what you have going on here. Five of Swords, Page of Wands in reverse, the Chariot. So it seems like you're not taking action on something. I mean, the Five of Swords is usually a message of sabotage, self-sabotage, or even very unwise decisions that you will regret, that will come back to haunt you. It's either you or the person that you're involved with. And the reason I say you're not taking action is because you've got the Chariot here. I mean, this is the ultimate card of movement and action, someone who's determined to get what they want. If the Page of Wands were upright, this is also a card of action. This is a card of excitement and adventure and opening new doors. But it's not upright. It's in reverse. So I feel like you're not taking a chance on something where you will succeed. Like you're not taking a chance. It seems like you're not taking a chance on a relationship. Because, I mean, this is a love reading. By not taking a chance on maybe someone that you're interested in. Or maybe you're not taking a chance as far as forgiving somebody. Perhaps maybe you have decided to move on. But keep in mind that you could also be not taking action and making a very unwise decision by not leaving issues from the past in the past. That could actually be working against you. Like I said, with the Five of Swords, this is a very unwise decision that eventually you will regret. I mean, you have victory here as far as your love life. There can be significant movement if you hang in there. The Chariot is a victory card because you're determined and you're persistent and you won't give up. You're staying in the driver's seat. But for some reason, you're not really taking action with the Page of Wands in reverse. You're afraid to take action. Again, when he's upright, he's adventurous. He's looking for excitement, but it's like you're holding back. Maybe you're afraid of taking somebody back. Maybe you're afraid of meeting somebody new. You're afraid to take action in some way, and you're sabotaging your own happiness. You could be very happy here. There is success here for you by not acting, by not making a decision. You're only hurting yourself. Okay, so let's see what you have in the next row here. Look at this. I'm speechless. Four of Swords, Five of Swords, Two of Cups in reverse. My goodness. So the Four of Swords, the Two of Swords, and the Nine of Pentacles. So again, with the Four of Swords, you have a lot on your mind, and you do have quite a few Swords cards in this reading. With the Four of Swords, you need some time, you need some space to figure things out. And for some of you, it can be, that maybe your partner has asked for a timeout. They've retreated from you. perhaps, you know, they're the ones that are not willing to take a chance on the relationship or on the marriage as far as staying together. Either way, there is a very tricky, complicated decision here with the Two of Swords. There is something that's stuck in your love life because you refuse to take action. And like I said, this very first row is screaming that message. There is something that Virgo is not doing. Like, you don't realize that it's yours. Like, you know, you don't realize that maybe this person that you're interested in, because I feel like for some of you that is a message, and we will do the single spread and see what we get from that. For some of you, you may feel this person may not be interested. They are. You may feel like your ex doesn't want you back, and so you're backing off, and perhaps you just feel like it, you know, they're going to push you away. They won't. It's in some way you're making a mistake. You're sabotaging your own happiness, and you're refusing to take action, and you're taking a lot of time to think. You know that you have the Nine of Pentacles here, which shows me that you're actually only doing what you think is best for you. The Nine of Pentacles is a card of integrity and self-worth. So, I mean, I don't feel like Virgo is, you know, I don't think you're staying away from a person because you're just being stubborn or vindictive in some way. I feel like you're doing what you think is best for you. Now, it could also be the other way. This is a general reading, so it's hard to say. If you're in a situation where someone's not taking action, you're waiting for someone, then all of this applies to them. Someone is staying away from you, even though there can be love, there can be a lot of changes in the relationship, a lot of movement. They don't see that. They feel that they're not going to succeed for some reason. And again, this feels like, you know, something very difficult for them. They find it really difficult to make that decision to be with you or to go back to you. They're thinking about it. It's possible also with the Four of Swords that there has to be healing. But, I mean, the same message stands for the Nine of Pentacles. They're just doing what they think is best for them. Look at this bottom row. My goodness. The Two of Cups in reverse, the Four of Wands, the Seven of Swords. And you start with the Five of Swords and you end with the Seven of Swords. And these two cards are, you know, kind of a red flag energy, and they're both here. You start with one and end with the other. Let's just start here. You have the Two of Cups, which is the soulmate card. This is a very strong emotional bond between two people. You are soulmates. You have a very strong connection. There can be a relationship here. You have the Four of Wands. You have the foundation here for a very happy relationship, if not something long-term. This also is a card of marriage. So the connection is here. The stability is there for a relationship. You have that soulmate connection, but someone is being their own worst enemy. The Seven of Swords is a lot like the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is sabotage, and this represents self-deceit. So someone is lying to themselves, and like I said, it's a general reading, so you have to ask, is that me, or is that the person that I'm interested in? Someone is being their own worst enemy by sticking their head in the sand and being in denial. There's a relationship here. There can be something long-term. There can be happiness, stability, a happy home. But this soulmate relationship is not happening because someone's not trusting the connection. So it can be an ex. We're going to do an ex spread, so we'll think about this when we do the spread. Someone maybe is, you know, they don't feel maybe that you feel the same way, or maybe they're confused as far as their own feelings, or maybe you are interested in someone and you're not acknowledging, here it is, by lying to yourself, you're not acknowledging the connection. Like I said, it could be you or it could be the person that you're interested in. There is a very happy, stable relationship here with the Four of Wands, but someone is denying it. Someone is just trying to look the other way because it's something that's very complicated. Okay, so let me get a few more cards so we can get the rest of the message. What other messages are there for the sign of Virgo for June? Love reading for the sign of Virgo for June. You have the Nine of Wands. Love reading for the sign of Virgo for June. The Six of Pentacles. Love reading for the sign of Virgo for June. And the Page of Cups. So, I mean, what I see here is that, you know, somebody's holding back with the Nine of Wands. This is a card of being paranoid. Perhaps you're paranoid that you're going to be wrong and kind of assuming that somebody wants you back or that somebody wants to be with you. I see that here with the Page of Wands in reverse, but you're wrong with the Five of Swords. It would be a very unwise decision to make assumptions, especially out of fear. With the Nine of Wands, you're just very protective of yourself. You're very defensive and you don't want to be hurt. But what I see here is a lot of happiness. You have the Six of Pentacles. This is, you know, there's a relationship out there for you in June where this is what you truly deserve. And here's the relationship, the Page of Cups. And this is a very close emotional bond. I mean, it's also here with the Two of Cups, but it's being denied. So it's in reverse. Somebody is choosing to lie to themselves. The Page of Cups can definitely be a new relationship or rekindling a relationship. This is what you truly deserve. There is fear. It could be you who is afraid, or it could be the person that you love. The Page of Cups can even be a heart-to-heart conversation. Someone could be telling you, I've been thinking of you, or I still love you, but, I have been afraid to tell you this. There's something going on here where someone is holding back. It's either Virgo or the person that you're interested in. Okay, let me get a few more cards from the confirmation deck. What other messages are there for the sign of Virgo for June 2019? You have the Hangman. What other messages are there for the sign of Virgo for June 2019? The High Priestess. What other messages are there for the sign of Virgo for June? And the Four of Cups. Okay, so let's take a look at these cards. So you have the Hangman. The Hangman does represent being stuck, being in limbo, and you also have that same energy here with the Two of Swords. You're stuck, or you're stuck because either you don't want to make a decision, or your partner, the person that you're interested in, doesn't want to make a decision. But keep in mind that whatever is somebody's holding back here, it's going to backfire. So there will be regrets, and there could be regrets because you're not acting on your feelings, and if you don't act, somebody's going to move on. That could be, somebody new that you're interested in, or even an ex. If you don't act, you will lose. Or as far as maybe taking somebody back. There is just stuck energy here and here. This is being in limbo. You're being asked to trust your intuition. So if your intuition is telling you that June is the time to act, because I just keep getting that message. If you stay stuck here, and here, if you don't take action because you don't really see the success, then there will be regrets. You're being told to trust your intuition as far as relationships and romance and love. Trust your intuition. Otherwise, there is unhappiness here with the Four of Cups. And it could be maybe that you're not trusting your intuition and that you're not seeing the victory here with the Chariot because maybe you are unhappy. Maybe you've just been, hurt in relationships and you don't trust anymore. The Four of Cups is that energy, kind of loner energy, where you've just withdrawn into yourself and you just feel numb and you don't care anymore. There's something here for you in the month of June. I mean, you have the Victory card. There can be significant movement in your love life, but you're not believing in it with the Page of Wands in reverse. And by doing that, you're only hurting yourself. Again, it could be your partner. You think you're doing what's best for you, or your partner thinks that, but everything's just stuck here. And like I said, I see a soulmate relationship here, but somebody is denying those feelings. Again, self-deceit, being your own worst enemy. There is a relationship here. There is a marriage that could be very happy, very stable, but somebody is working against themselves without realizing. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to the X spread using this deck right here. I've already shuffled it, so let me get these out of the way. And for the X spread, it can represent someone you had a long-term relationship, but it can even be someone that you just dated a few times, or someone you were interested in and you just want to know if there's still a chance for you. Let's go ahead and begin. Show me the energies around Virgo and their ex for June. Ace of Pentacles. Virgo and their ex for June. Five of Pentacles. Virgo and their ex for June. Two of Pentacles. Virgo and their ex for June. Ten of Wands. Virgo and their ex for June. The Ace of Cups. Virgo and their ex for June. The Emperor. Virgo and their ex for June. Three of Pentacles. Virgo and their ex for June. King of Cups. Virgo and their ex for June. And the Seven of Cups. Okay, so let's start here. Let's start at the top. You have the Ace of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles. So you are starting with a new beginning, and you have two. You have one here, and then you also have the Ace of Cups. This is renewing your relationship, getting back together. So right away, you're being told there can be a new beginning for you and for your ex. It's just there's a lot of instability. It's still very much up in the air with the Two of Pentacles being here. This means that, maybe there are decisions to be made as well. In the first spread, there, was this message of the Eight of Cups, where maybe there's a need to leave old emotional baggage in the past, because there's still unhappiness here with the Five of Pentacles. There's still suffering, there's sadness, Someone feels really lonely. There could be a new beginning with your ex, but maybe there's a need to make a decision to maybe leave the past in the past. But the Two of Pentacles can also mean that there's someone is still very undecided. This is wishy-washy energy. Someone keeps going back and forth. It could be that your ex keeps thinking, maybe I do want them back, but then they think maybe I don't, and maybe there's just indecision, but I do see a new beginning there. Now in the second row, again, I mean, you have a new beginning right smack in the middle of the reading. This is you rekindling the relationship with your ex, but there is baggage here. So again, that is where the main energy from the first spread comes in. There is old emotional baggage that has to be cleared out, because this will weigh down this new beginning. The Ten of Wands is baggage. It's a heavy burden. It's something that will kind of destroy a relationship if it's not healed. You have the Emperor here. So the Emperor is saying somebody has to take control as far as, you know, you and your ex getting back together. Maybe somebody has to make the first move. There was stuck energy in the first spread that I did for you. Like somebody wasn't believing. Somebody wasn't trusting. The Emperor is all about being in the driver's seat, taking charge, being in control. Somebody has to do that in order to have this new beginning here from the Ace of Cups. Now down here at the bottom, you've got a water sign, which would be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Male or female, sun, moon, or rising. It can even represent you if you have a moon or rising in a water sign. What I see here, you know, as far as getting back with your ex, right away you're being told that it's going to take a lot of effort and working together, because this is actually about teamwork. It's not all about you doing all the work or them. It's about working together if you want to work things out. But with that said, there's still indecision. And that's what I felt the Two of Pentacles, which is up there. I felt that was indecision. Someone's very confused as far as you and your ex getting back together. Someone's very emotional, lost. Maybe you don't really know if you want them back. Maybe it ended really badly. Maybe they're lost if they broke up with you. This just means there's confusion. If you and your ex don't have any water in your chart, this can definitely represent the need to trust your intuition, because you did have the High Priestess in the first spread that I did for you. The King and the Queen of Cups represent trusting your emotions, your feelings, and your intuition. So you would need that to have this new beginning, and you'd have to work together. Somebody needs to figure things out, because this is emotions all over the place and confusion. Okay, let me get a few more. Virgo and their ex for June 2019. Ten of Swords, Virgo and their ex for June. Queen of Swords, Virgo and their ex for June. And the Four of Cups, which was also in the first spread. Now, again, you're being told here there's a need to move on from something. So you have that message here. It's time to move on, and because there is emotional baggage here. Like this has to be removed. Again, that's why you had the Eight of Cups in the first spread. There's a need to say goodbye to that old emotional baggage, those emotions that maybe even destroyed the relationship the first time around. Sometimes with the Ten of Swords, there's been something really painful, like a betrayal, or someone was stabbed in the back, or there was cheating. This is just a need to move on from pain. And there's still unhappiness around you and your ex. The Four of Cups, there's still sadness. With the Four of Cups, again, you're just, you almost don't care anymore because you're numb. So there's something there that has to be healed between you and your ex. You also have an air sign energy here. Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Male or female, sun, moon, or rising. It can even be you if you have a moon or rising and an air sign. But most of the time, when I see the King or the Queen of Swords with another Swords cards, it's just the energy of someone overthinking things. Someone trying to figure things out mentally and not trusting their intuition. And like I said, you had the High Priestess in the first spread, which is saying trust your intuition or you will be unhappy. Ironically, the High Priestess came right before the Four of Cups, and here it is again, next to the Queen of Swords. So when it comes to your ex, there's a need to move on from what happened, or, pain. Maybe you have to forgive him. If you keep overthinking things, if you keep analyzing things, the King and the Queen of Swords analyze, they don't trust their intuition, then the unhappiness will continue. And as it is, you already have that there. And there is some type of heavy baggage. So the best thing you can do if you want this new beginning, and this new beginning is to move on from whatever painful situation happened between you. And someone has to figure things out. Someone is very confused here with the Seven of Cups. Okay, let me get my confirmation deck here, and let me give it a quick clear of my candle and then shuffle it, since I've already used it for the first spread. Okay. Show me the energies around Virgo and their ex for June. Virgo and their ex for June. Virgo and their ex for June. What does Virgo need to know about their ex for June? Virgo and their ex for June. Okay, so let's see what comes up from the confirmation deck. Virgo and their ex for June. The Ten of Cups. Virgo and their ex for June. The Star. Virgo and their ex for June. And the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is a repeat card. If you want to get back together with your ex, there's a need to work together. The Star card is saying that it's not just your imagination. It's not wishful thinking. It can happen. The Star card represents hopes and wishes being granted. Especially if your ex is an Aquarius, because this represents a sign of Aquarius, although it doesn't have to be. Again, this is just wish fulfillment. But you're also being guided by your intuition. So don't be the Queen of Swords, because otherwise you're going to miss the message. I do see a happy relationship here. The Ten of Cups is a happily ever after. This is a very fulfilling relationship that can lead to marriage. It's a card of marriage and children. So I feel like for the sign of Virgo, I mean, there's some issues here with the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Swords, the Four of Cups. I mean, there's issues here, but there's also two new beginnings. And you're being told here that somebody has to take control and you have to work together. With the Star card, you're not just imagining that you could have your ex back. It's not wishful thinking. You actually could have them back. Again, this is a very happy relationship, a happily ever after. But there's a need to work together and somebody has to take control. Here with the Emperor, somebody has to take control because the energy is all over the place. With the Two of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups, that's a whole lot of confusion and instability. Okay, let's look into the singles using this deck right here. I've already shuffled it. And, you know, if you don't know if you're going to get your ex back, maybe you don't know if you want them back, then you would definitely want to watch the single spread to see if there's somebody else out there for you. So let's get into that right now. Will Virgo find a new relationship in the month of June? You start with the Three of Pentacles. That's ironic because this was a repeat card in the X spread. Will Virgo find a new relationship in the month of June? King of Wands. Will Virgo find a new relationship in the month of June? Six of Wands. Will Virgo find a new relationship in the month of June? Strength. Will Virgo find a new relationship in the month of June? Two of Swords, which was also in the first spread in the same place. Interesting. Will Virgo find a new relationship in the month of June? Knight of Pentacles. Will Virgo find a new relationship in the month of June? Nine of Wands, also from the first spread. Will Virgo find a new relationship in the month of June? The Six of Pentacles, also in the first spread. Will Virgo find a new relationship in the month of June? The Chariot, also in the first spread. So lots of repeat cards. Okay, let's start at the top. Three of Pentacles, King of Wands, Six of Wands. So the Three of Pentacles is saying if you want to find a new relationship, you can do it, but you do have to try. That's what this card represents, trying. You have the Six of Wands. It's there for you. The Six of Wands is victory, especially if you're meeting a fire sign. You've got the King of Wands here. So that would be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, male or female, sun, moon, or rising. Ironically, you also have the Strength card, which also represents the sign of Leo. So Virgos could be finding happiness with a Leo. Keep that in mind. The Strength card also just means that you have to be brave. So maybe if you've been single for a long time, maybe you're afraid to date again, maybe you're afraid to let somebody in. Again, you have to try really hard here. The Strength card is about taming your ego, your fears, your inner beast. This is about, you know, not allowing fear to get in your way, because otherwise you'll be stuck. And this is a repeat card. Like I said, it's right in the middle of the reading, just like it was in the first spread, the exact same place. This could be you maybe being unable to make a decision as far as either maybe putting yourself out there in the month of June, or there could be someone, perhaps a fire sign that is lined up with it, where you're stuck and maybe you don't know if you want to be in a relationship with this person. Maybe you're unsure of your feelings because there's slow moving energy here. The Knight of Pentacles is slow progress, things moving very slowly. Perhaps you have to be patient with yourself, because again, this is patience and this is things moving slowly. So you may have to take things slow with this fire sign. But I mean, there's also something here where someone refuses to take action, make a decision. It could be maybe that you're afraid of trusting them. It could be that you're unsure about your feelings. And you know, we do have this paranoid energy here, which is a repeat card from the first spread. All of these cards were there. The Nine of Wands, this is fear. This is having way too many walls up, too many guards. You're being very, very protective of yourself. But there is a relationship there for you in the month of June where you can truly get what you deserve. The Six of Pentacles. This is you receiving the relationship and the love that you deserve, but not if you're too afraid to go after it. And you also have the Chariot. So this can definitely represent the sign of Cancer for some of you, but the Chariot also means victory. So ironically, you have the major arcana victory here, and then the minor up there. So are you going to take action as far as meeting these new people in the month of June? Only you can say that, but I mean, you're being told here there can be a lot of movement around your love life if you're not making decisions based on fear, which is what I see right here. I see you undecided or stuck as far as maybe someone that you meet in the month of June. Let me get a confirmation card for that King of Wands to see what kind of energy does this person bring into your life. What does this King of Wands represent for the sign of Virgo? The Emperor. I mean, it can definitely be, because the Emperor sometimes does represent someone who's older. This person can maybe bring stability into your life. A very successful person, maybe someone who's well off. These are all energies of the Emperor. But another thing that really stands out to me here is that they both mean the same thing. If it's not a person, the King of Wands is about taking the lead and taking action. And the Emperor is all about taking control, which I think this was from the X spread as well. This is the need to take control, to take charge. So for some of you, I feel like there is a fire sign, but you have to take charge, and again, it's like you don't want to make a decision as far as this person, and there's slow moving energy around that relationship. Okay, let me get a few more cards so we can see the full message. Can Virgo find a new relationship in the month of June? You have the High Priestess again. Can Virgo find a new relationship in the month of June? The Hierophant. Can Virgo find a new relationship in the month of June? Okay, so I mean, there can definitely be another earth sign, either another Virgo, a Taurus, or a Capricorn, because you've got that energy here, but I mean, this is also your energy as an earth sign. You have the High Priestess, which is saying you're going to have to trust your intuition. If you don't trust your intuition, then you're going to be stuck. You're going to be meeting people and you're not going to be able to move forward. That's probably why the Knight of Pentacles is here. Slow progress if you're not trusting your intuition. Again, there will be a connection with someone. You have the Hierophant, which is a card of kindred spirits and soulmates. This can also represent the sign of Taurus. But, I mean, I feel like this is a card of, a soulmate being out there for you. You can recognize them if you trust your intuition. Just don't do this. Don't act out of fear. Don't be paranoid to let somebody in, because you do have this message that you can truly find the relationship that you deserve. And for some of you, it can be with another earth sign. Let me look into this. What does this King of Pentacles represent for the sign of Virgo? For some of you, it definitely could be another earth sign. Another Virgo, a Taurus, or a Capricorn. So keep that in mind, that you might be finding that relationship, that significant soulmate relationship with another earth sign, whether it's sun, moon, or rising. Okay, let me get the confirmation deck and give it a quick clear of my candle, and then I will shuffle it, see what other messages come up. Can Virgo find a significant relationship in the month of June? Can Virgo find a significant relationship in the month of June? Can Virgo find a significant relationship in the month of June? Can Virgo find a significant relationship in the month of June? Can Virgo find a significant relationship in the month of June? Okay, I'm just running it over my candle here. Let's see what else comes up for you. Can Virgo find a significant relationship in the month of June? Interesting. The Queen of Wands. Strong fire sign energy for Virgo. King and Queen of Wands. Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. And like I said, the Strength card does represent the sign of Leo. Can Virgo find a new relationship in the month of June? The Fool, a new beginning. Can Virgo find a new relationship in the month of June? The Tower. So there can definitely be a very unexpected new relationship, with it being the Tower and the Fool. Both are major arcanas, and the Fool does mean that, there is some element of risk to this new beginning or this new person coming into your life. Maybe that's why there's this complicated decision. Maybe there's something there that makes it complicated. Like maybe they're just getting a divorce. Maybe they're separated. Maybe they're getting over a very difficult relationship or marriage. This is saying there's a risk there as far as this new person, but again, the Fool is the same message as the High Priestess. If you want this new relationship, you're going to have to trust your heart and your intuition. Otherwise, you'll miss out. And you have the Tower telling you that there can be very big changes in your love life in the month of June. This can be a very unexpected new person that comes into your life, a very unexpected new beginning. But there is something there that worries you. There is something there like you're unsure. Like I said, it could be that maybe they're going through a divorce. Maybe they just went through a breakup. There's something there where you're concerned. You're kind of, I see you holding back here. But I mean, you have this message that this person brings you the happiness that you deserve. And with the Chariot also being here right next to it, this is victory. So you have both the major arcana and the minor arcana up there. There is victory, but there is a need to try. That is the very first message. There is a very unexpected new beginning here. The Tower and the Fool, both major arcanas. And for some of you, it can definitely be with a fire sign because it is a repeat card. Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. It can be a Leo. It can be a Taurus because you have the Hierophant, which represents Taurus. Or it can be just another Virgo or Capricorn because you have the King and the Queen of Pentacles. There's definitely somebody there for you in the month of June. Okay, Virgo, this has been your love reading for June 2019. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll speak to you again next month.